In seeking to understand what an active imagination is, we begin a trip to the land of thoughts, where ideas become more than just mental images flickering for a minute or two. Active imagination is a term used by famous Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung for describing a kind of communion with the different parts of one's psyche. These may be unconscious aspects that are connected to feelings, wishes, and memories. Active imagination is that which sets the stage for many transformation benefits, such as the actualization of needs, creativity, and invention. It allows others to reveal those elements of their consciousness which may not be apparent. This encourages us to go into our minds and meet our inner beings. Among other notable aspects, active imagination can create these changes quite quickly. We turn our latent beliefs from the subconscious realm into living pictures, stories, and personalities. We then imagine these elements as separate entities or as distinct worlds, and we enjoy the play in a joyful and theatrical sense. Through active imagination, we can bridge these gaps in our consciences. It creates a secure setting for playing out imaginary conversations about different parts of one's psyche. Such communication promotes understanding and leads to the detachment of identification with untrue wishes. Essentially, active imagination works as a link between conscious and subconscious, bringing inner balance as well as the transformation one wishes for. Much like external reality as we perceive it is a performance of our subconscious mind's power. Our subconscious believes every action or outside change will occur automatically, which makes us feel this way. It only depends on which convictions we accept about feelings, sensations, thoughts, emotions, and memory. An active imagination is based on one crucial issue, which is the understanding of this internal linkage between our thoughts and the outside environment. It propels us to ponder upon how our internal convictions form part of our reality. It makes us wonder if, by accident, we are crafting our lives upon old or misfit ideologies. With an active imagination, we lead our mental theater towards the wanted results according to our true selves. Within the labyrinths of our mind lies an inner best friend, one who is dear to us. This inner companion assumes multifaceted roles: mentor, friend, and father. This is similar to Carl Jung's idea of the guardian angel, whose role is to offer wisdom, guidance, comfort, and insight. Once Carl Jung said, "When you look outside, dream. When you look inside, wake up." We follow this roadway into ourselves to wake up our internal knowledge and insight. This awakening is spurred by our inner best friend as we look within our inmost self. Our inner best friend takes part in such inner dialogues, and they are similar to the role of a good counselor or a close friend. Joining together to take apart our lived experiences and feelings, we can learn some knowledge or wisdom that could have gone away somewhere in the crowd of extraneous circumstances. Such close association with our inner selves leads to deep transformations, making us refined, purified, and finally free. While traveling in the inner world, we are accompanied by the wisdom within ourselves and find that there is an inexhaustible source of opportunities. Infinite worlds for the universe's infinite mind, where each world is a place of many experiences and lessons. This is a huge space where incredible creatures with supreme forces live. Even the gods were living there in the past time. Active imagination is the way to these internal worlds where we can discover, learn, and develop ourselves. These moments of solitude, which may leave us feeling lonely, are often just an illusion because we are never really alone. The inner best friend that goes along with us and leads through the intricate byways of our mind. Active imagination entails authentic self-confidence, that comes from trust in oneself and inner vision. This is a process that helps us travel inside ourselves as we search for the hidden treasures of our minds. It educates us to trust our hearts because all the answers to deep questions are hidden inside our hearts. External opinions and thoughts may provide directions. However, we should not sacrifice inner truth for external influence. It encourages us to tune into our hearts and our gut instincts so that they can lead us towards our true selves. Through this process, we distinguish between our actual wishes and former conditioning and opinions that may no longer serve us. Essentially, active imagination is 3 steps. These steps are simple, but very deep in that they help you to utilize the potential of your internal world. The first step towards active imagination is called observation, whereby we prepare our minds for inward gazing. These first steps establish the path for the rest of the transition. However, as we go deeper into our psyche, we must acknowledge that our thoughts and imagination are just not passive observers, but active animators of our reality. Carl Jung said that the most terrifying thing is to accept yourself completely. This underscores how important it is to learn to recognize who we are, to effectively activate imagination. Some find that a quick mini meditation or mini relaxation before observing helps prepare for their observation. The purpose of meditation is to attain a state of peace within oneself, enabling a more concentrated and attentive mental state. A deep journey into the inner spaces starts when we calm down the uproar of our minds into being with ourselves. However, a contemplative posture gives us an opportunity to assess and study our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs dispassionately and devoid of any personal identification. With the mind now in a receptive state, the practitioner embarks on the next phase of active imagination, the beginning of the inner journey. The second stage involves the deliberate selection of a subject or issue to explore. It works like a guide to the mind's journey into introspection and self-rediscovery. You may also select such topics as personal relations and emotional contradictions to creative stimuli and existential problems. At the initiation of the journey, a practitioner might imagine having an internal dialogue as if talking to his/her mentor or a close friend. This process has an inner companion, which is one's internal best friend or guiding presence. The practitioner starts to communicate with this inner presence, seeing it as the ocean of infinite wisdom, love, and insight. Lestad's article, An Argument for the Promotion of Local Languages, outlines the benefits of promoting local languages, which may be used as second languages in addition to English for communication. Inner journey takes place as the practitioner searches for deep insights and transforming revelations on the chosen topic. During this stage, the individual is expected to pay attention and focus on the selected matter, even when the mind may wander and associate with other arenas. This is done by subtly pulling it back to the main subject to ensure a thorough and specific investigation of each subtopic. It will seem like an adventurous movement into the unmapped territories of psychology, where revelations, feelings, and realizations will just take place naturally. Finally, it is in the sanctity of this internal dialogue that deep self-discoveries, reconciliations, and transformations are born. The third and last step of the active imagination involves a subconscious reconciliation process. At this point, active imagination undergoes an actual transformation to become true magic. The inner dialogue involves different memories, people, and symbols as they emerge in the inner landscape. These may emerge from the deepest parts of these and bring forth ideas, feelings, visual symbols, and memories that have been buried for ages. It is here that Carl Jung's profound insight becomes particularly relevant. Till you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate. Through active imaginations, we can tackle these hidden matters of our unconscious in a controlled and purposed approach. These internal manifestations are gateways into the undiscovered territories of our interior world. These elements also provide an opportunity for practitioners to interact with them and try to understand, reconcile with, and resolve their unsettled differences. In this manner, the shade will become transparent, thus freeing us from shadows cast by unconscious thoughts that may have been controlling our lives. Following the course of active imagination, you will be transformed. These insights you gain, the reconciliation of challenges, and your relationship with your inner self will always remain with you forever. You might find self-assurance in addition to genuine confidence. You will act differently and feel more in tune with your real needs. Active imagination is an effective means of inner growth and transformation. It teaches you to leave behind the old beliefs that hold no meaning for you, but instead to develop new beliefs reflecting what the world means to you. However, the external reality starts to change for the better as it becomes aligned with your internal transformations.